So hello, how are you? Welcome to Elevate with Pastor Chena. As I'm your life coach, motivational speaker, a reformer, and a transformer strategist. What happened in the Garden of Eden? Was it just mere eating of the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil that Eve did, or rather was it something beyond that? But I want to put it to you right now that what happened in the Garden of Eden between Eve and Satan, and probably the cohorts of Satan, was sexual intercourse, intimacy. So what Eve saw in the Garden of Eden was not just a mere tree. Remember, when Jesus lay hand on a man and touched his eyes, and they asked the man, "What did you see?" The man said, "I saw men as trees." So that is actually the true representation of men. We are trees. In the spiritual significance, you are a tree. Remember when the Bible talks about a king, a great king that was hewed than the tree, which represented that great domain of his kingdom, his kingship. And the Bible said that he will be hewed down, and that when he gets hewed down, the trees, the birds that perched on it will fly away, and it will no longer bear fruit. So the ancestral roots of man is symbolized by a tree. And that's why the Bible says that he that do not bear fruit. So you are a tree that should bear fruit. That is your symbolism. That is your representation. So in the spiritual realm, you are a tree. So Eve and Adam were not able to see Satan in its full manifestation, because then they were limited to sensual probably their eyes were just open to the spiritual realm of what God sees. So God told Adam and Eve, "Don't eat of that tree of the knowledge of good and evil." No, what it means is that that tree is a symbol of the ancestral root of Satan and all the cohorts of the demons, of fallen angels. Remember when the Bible says that the sons of God came down to earth, and they saw the daughters of men, and they had sex with the daughters of men, and they bare children. And the children they bare were giants in sex. So the 1/3 of angels that were fallen, they were driven away by God, that voted against God, they still roam about the earth. They are still called the sons of God, because their origin source is still God. So when we say the sons of God, what it means is that They are replica. They came out from this source, just like your son or your daughter. When we say you are a son of so 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 person, it means that you bore the characteristics, image, likeness. The Bible says that we are created in the image and likeness of God. So God created even the angels in his image and likeness. So they are still sons of God. So God has not denied them. They are not bastards. It is left for God to judge when the time comes. But for now, need not us to say more than we know. So that's 3 represented the cohorts of Satan, fallen angels, and all the demons. So when Eve was manipulated, when Eve was enticed by the packaging and the presentation, by the alluring of wisdom that is behind the tree, she came closer it and she had an inclination to mingle, to interact based on the words that were spoken. Just the same thing when you want to interact with a lady, you tell her how much you love her, you tell her sweet words, you're able to entice her and bring her closer to you before you're able to make love to her. So that's exactly what happened. And Eve was enticed, manipulated by words of Satan, the old serpent, deceived her, and she had sexual intercourse. Now, the sexual intercourse I'm talking about here might not necessarily mean flesh to flesh. It means an intermingling in the spirit, oneness, agreements, covenant, inclination. When a man has a spiritual wife or a woman has a spiritual husband, and sometimes we hear cases that a woman is sleeping and the spiritual man comes to make love with her, or a man is sleeping and a spiritual wife comes to make love with her. What does it mean? It means that the man has given himself so much to the words and agreements of the ways of Satan that attracts those demons to him. Sometimes the decisions we make, the choices we make, the agreements, the covenants that we take brings us, inclined us closer to Satan.